It's the dollar pile indicator. Not my favorite name for an indicator, but let's see how it does. And it could be a regional American thing, but whenever I hear the word pile, I always think of animal crap. I don't know. It is what it is. But welcome, traders, to the Indicator Profile series for this Wednesday. Interesting one here. They're not always interesting. This one is, I think. But before we do that, let's do this. Just know, if you're new, how you ended up on dollar pile indicator as the very first video you're going to see on this channel, I don't know. But if that's the case, understand this is the premier indicator channel on all of YouTube. Always was, always will be. There's nothing else even close. But we do things a certain way. We talk a certain way. And it's not going to make sense unless you know that way. So go to NoNonsenseForex.com. Read that first page. Watch that first video and get yourself caught up. For those who are caught up, let's get into the specs for dollar pile. The year is 2019. Type is going to be a confirmation indicator, and the subtype is going to be histogram. We've done this before. Now, histogram indicators are typically based on something that already confirms a different way, like zero cross, two lines crossed, something like that. So because I don't know which one it is, because I don't go into the code like some people do, I really don't know if you can use it as an exit indicator or not. Like always, you're just going to have to test, but I can't give you any pre-recommendations for now, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. It looks like this. The good thing about histograms is they are extremely simple, especially when you have this schematic. So magenta means short. Seafoam green means long. As soon as it switches over and confirms, that's going to be your signal. And that's what it is. You guys have seen this before, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But just so you get a good idea of what it looks like here, we will go ahead and move into the results. And before we do that, no, you're going to see some results that may excite you, that may deflate you. I don't know which one, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that does matter is how this performs in your system. So test these things all the time, and don't put too much stock into what you see here. And as always, know that we got you hooked up down in the description. Links below are going to be as such. The link to my automation blog, which has an embedded video on how to test these yourself on the MT4 Strategy Tester. If you prefer MT5 or TradingView so much that you refuse to use MT4, just know A, you're going to be limited. B, a lot of what we profile here is not going to be on there. These are typically obscure indicators, and you're just going to have to run a search on Google to see if they exist elsewhere. You'll also get a link to the blog. Now, in the blog is what I was talking about before. You have seen an indicator like this before. It was the precision trend histogram, I think is what it was. And we actually do a side-by-side. Since they're pretty much built the same way, we just stack one on top of the other and measure it. And it's pretty cool seeing that side-by-side to see how they operate, how they react. And then later on in this episode, I will let you know which one outperformed which on which pairs. But you'll also be able to see this on Dan's YouTube channel, because everything you see here becomes a supplementary video over there. So you can do what probably most people do is they watch this video, then they go right over to Dan's channel and watch his video, and that way you leave no stone unturned. We give you a second email address if you want to submit an indicator for the show yourself. We've already done a couple, and we do plan on doing more. And as always, a place where you can go download this indicator and every indicator we have profiled here yourself on the download page. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the results for the dollar pile indicator. I keep wanting to say dog pile. The dollar pile indicator. On to the Euro USD. All depends. Now this is interesting. I don't think we've seen this before on a Forex pair at least. Not great on the daily, but quite good on the 4-hour. Like good on the 4-hour. And just to get to this result over here on the daily, we had to really lower the amount of trades too. So probably not appealing here, but awfully appealing down here. So a nice little W for the 4-hour traders out there. Let's see how we did in gold. Much better, of course, as gold tends to do. Gold's been great this year. Yeah, I'm normally pretty happy with the way metals performs, but this year, for gold especially. Now, you're not going to get a lot of trades out of it. That is one sacrifice you're going to have to make. But a great win-loss ratio, really good ROI. 4 for 4 down here on the 4-hour chart. I think a lot of people who trade on the 4-hour chart are likely coders who are running EAs, so total trades matter less than they would normally, but 4 trades in a 3-month span, that's still not a lot. Now over to the S&P. Really nothing to write home about here. Again, better on the 4-hour, but enough to really matter. I don't know. And then closing it off with Bitcoin. This was the one pair where the dollar pile outperformed the precision trend histogram, if I recall. And again with the low trades. But if you're okay with that and you like that, and you're somebody who trades a lot of other pairs, something like this would fit in very nicely. And oh, by the way, through my crypto affiliate, Bybit, link down below in the description as well, there is a very big contest going on during the month of August. $8 million prize pool, Lambo, like major stuff. And we still got a couple weeks to sign up, I think, so go down below and check that out. But once again, a nice, difficult to find, obscure indicator right into your toolbox. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Don't miss any of these shows. Subscribe, hit the bell. Trading Psychology Podcast every Monday, the single most important thing we do. Why would you miss that? Indicator Profile Series every Wednesday, blog on Thursdays on the website, and then the 10-Minute Contrarian Investing Podcast right here on YouTube every Saturday. Don't miss a thing, traders. Go get it.